Hi, my name is Janet, and this is my amazing dog, Duke. I adopted Duke in August of 2009 through Paws and Prayers Rescue Group. Once I saw Duke's adorable face and read his story online, I knew I had to meet him. You see, Duke did have a family until earlier that year. During that time, he was hit by a car which caused him to lose a leg. His family no longer wanted him because they considered him to be broken. After spending a few months recovering and rehabilitating in the hospital, Duke was ready for a new home. Upon meeting him for the first time and seeing his gentle demeanor, I knew this dog was special. I still remember the first time he made eye contact with me and the way his eyes turned gold in the sunlight. Little did I know how our story would unfold after that fateful day when they chose me to be his mommy. Upon bringing Duke home, I discovered that he had an extremely severe case of separation anxiety. He couldn't even be left alone for a minute without having an anxiety attack and doing whatever he could to try and get out of the house. I was frustrated at first and even considered bringing him back to the rescue. Knowing how severe his problem was, but also knowing what he had already been through, as well as what a sweet dog he was, I knew if anyone was going to be able to help him, it was going to have to be me. Together, we worked on treating his anxiety over the next few months. It took a lot of time and a lot of patience, but together we overcame it. I feel that this experience bonded us from the beginning and brought us closer than we would have been had we not gone through this together. I was so proud of my boy and the amazing progress he made. Over the next few years, Duke just continued to show me what a truly unique and special boy he was. There was rarely a moment when we were not together. He gave me laughter, joy, and lots of smiles every single day. Being around Duke, I felt pure love, and our connection was one that very few people are lucky enough to have on this earth. Every night we would curl up on the floor together and I would talk about our day or tell him the story of the day I adopted him. He loved to be outside and would cry and beg to be able to go lay on the patio no matter what the weather. He just loved to breathe the fresh air, lay in the sunshine, and feel the breeze run through his fur. Despite only having 3 legs, nothing stopped this dog. He could run like crazy, jump, play, you name it, he could do it. He loved to just stop in the middle of our walks and roll around like crazy in the grass, the leaves, or the snow. Duke developed some arthritis soon after I got him. For the most part, he didn't let it bother him. On the really cold winter days, I would sometimes have to carry him across the snow to come back inside due to the pain in his legs. I would put a blanket in the dryer before we went out so that he would have something nice and warm to soothe him when we came back inside. He had been getting laser treatments for his arthritis and had also started doing hydrotherapy on the water treadmill to help keep him strong. At his last session, he was up to 16 minutes. How proud I always was of my sweet boy. In July of 2012, during a routine wellness exam, I received the shocking and devastating news that Duke had cancer. I felt like my world fell apart. Duke had never shown any signs or symptoms. He was still acting like the silly, happy Duke I had always known. After all this innocent, gentle soul had been through, I just couldn't believe that this was possible. What I did know was that I was going to learn and do whatever I could to help him fight this. His type of cancer was not curable, but with treatments, the prognosis looked promising. We were going to live each day to the fullest, be grateful for every moment we had, and fight this disease together. Over the next 10 months, Duke had well over 50 trips to the vet. He had not 1, not 2, but 6 doctors. He had surgery first, which removed about 60% of the cancer. We followed the surgery by getting daily radiation treatments for 2 weeks at a medical facility that was 2 hours away. Duke was such a good boy in the car and in the hotel we sometimes stayed at. After radiation, we began at-home chemotherapy treatments 3 times a week. Duke did exceptionally well with these, and with each vet appointment, there were only signs of the cancer shrinking more and more. We were winning. We also followed a holistic treatment plan. I home-cooked nearly all of Duke's food from eggs and chicken in the morning to Duke's famous beef and veggie crock-pot stew for dinner, which was full of cancer-fighting ingredients. His diet was the stuff dogs dream of. We also added many herbal supplements to his diet as well as laser acupuncture treatments to help clear and stimulate his immune system. Month after month, we received good news about Duke's health, and each exam showed no signs of cancer growth. Everybody noted how bright and alert he always was. He never showed any signs of being sick. Nobody could ever tell from looking at him the battle that Duke's body was fighting inside. In May of this year, I brought Duke to the ICU after the sudden onset of some unusual symptoms. Over the course of the next day, he developed a fever, which his body just couldn't seem to fight off. Shortly after I had gone down to visit him that day, I received word that Duke had unexpectedly passed away. Knowing how strong he was, nobody, not even his doctors, had expected this to happen. Everyone thought he would pull through just as he always had. When I had gone down to see him earlier that day, I sat with him in his kennel and gave him lots of belly, neck, and ear rubs, as well as plenty of kisses on his little whiskers. I told him how much I loved him and that he just needed to rest so that he could get better and come home, but that was not meant to be. Duke's battle was over. He was out of pain and running free. He went through more in his life than any dog should ever have to, but he lived his life to the fullest up until his very last day and was a constant source of inspiration, courage, strength, and love to everyone who knew him. He never gave up, never gave in, and never lost his spirit. Throughout all of his treatments, he always went in and came out of every vet appointment with a smile and his tail wagging. I know this contest is about pet parents and about being the great one, but I wouldn't be the pet parent I was or am now without a special dog that taught me how to be one. For me, Duke was and always will be my great one, and I hope I was the same for him. I can't think of a better way to honor the spirit, love, and inspiration that was Duke than to be able to give back to his rescue group, my partner charity, Paws and Prayers. To be able to help so many other dogs by sharing the life and legacy of my sweet Duke would be the best way I could ever honor his memory and the life and love we shared. Thank you for giving me the chance to tell our story. And to Duke, run free, my sweet angel, my great one. Mommy loves you.